Yeah, we're going to keep it at 4 laps. 4 laps as originally intended. And let's dive right in. Just a nice easy drive, you know, nothing too bad on this one. I have made it using all the props to try and make it look like a proper track, but that does mean some areas won't. This is a very tough corner. And it's tough because I absolutely messed it up, but kind of don't want to fix it up again. You know, it keeps interest going, especially when playing against loads of people and they all fail on it, and then it just ends up in a big massive crash. Also got some tight corners, so you've got to really get on the brakes for that. And here's another terrible corner. Not so much that I've made it, but just because you cannot remove the... Well, I'll show you on the next lap. Brake. And a nice easy first sector again. I'm doing it a bit better than last time. Yep, this terrible corner. As you can see, very tight and random, and I ran out of stunt props, so I thought, why try and fix it if I want to keep this track looking like it does. But maybe I will go and fix it someday. After all, I don't need all of these around to mark the track. Stuff like this, well, again, it kind of helps here, I guess. But stuff like that, you know really that you've got to come across here because it's marked here all the way along, so you don't really need that bit there. But I just wanted to make it look as close to a racetrack as possible. And nope, this corner around a bit, on bits on the track. Oh, messing up. Not that it matters. But yeah, this corner here is in the middle of these lights, and they are irremovable, so it kind of makes the track a bit of an obstacle course. Well, this corner a bit of an obstacle course. you can try and cheat it, as long as you take this corner, but because that's out a bit more wide, well, a bit more out than you would expect, the corner you would probably want to take can't be taken. Anyway, let's get the other 2 laps done. And I'll probably do this third one in first person. Because why not? Switch. And there's a bit of green tint on the screen because I'm still wearing sunglasses, I think. There's every possibility they might have been knocked off, and I just can't differentiate between normal screen and green tint. Oh, I'm going a bit out. Oversteering like wild. Fire. But yeah, with GTA I can handle the physics pretty well, even in first person. Not that it's a difficult game to master the physics on. Around this corner. Very tight corner. And around. Okay, on the fourth lap I'll actually try and do that corner cut at speed, just to try and show it off and see if it succeed. I probably won't. Anyway, back to third person. Throw it down. Yeah, I could probably remove most of those as well. They just don't seem to be all that needed, because the track there is thin enough anyway without them. I do think this is actually a pretty nice track that I've made. Got quite a few tight corners, some easy ones, one straight here. Where there's just kind of messed up a bit with all street furniture around. So you're gonna end up stopping quite a bit if you crash into it, any of it. And if there's more than one person, well, a lot of people on track, that's going to be bad for clean racing by everyone. Okay, corner cut coming up. Right, and there. Wasn't totally at speed, but that's as much as I feel confident in going through it. Here we are, finishing up. Oh, I do wish for a double experience and money on customs again. Like, open wheel racing is currently on double rewards, but you can't really take full advantage of it if you're alone and hot lapping, because I'll continue. Because if you're hot lapping, you're wanting to hit 4 minutes at every opportunity, and you can't go below 10 laps on any of the open wheel races. So it's kind of, yeah. Anyway, this is another of mine. I actually showcased this off on a winter video. So the map was completely covered in snow. And I can use the issue again. Let's do it. So from this one, from Seekers Wanted, it's an older map of mine. I think it was one of the first few I made, maybe? At least on the Xbox One version. And it was just not really used for that until I gave it a little bit of a facelift. Yep, dump car was, that's always a good thing. I wanted to create a track that used the hills quite a bit, so I do touch on the paths sometimes. You can also see here, if I had them bound, then I go off the hills, off the paths and onto the hills proper. And in the snow, this one is actually quite a good one. Now, I saw some people will be able to do this shortcut, and let's just attempt it. No idea if that's actually faster or not. It could be. I don't really know. Anyway, back onto the hills. Now, most of it was kept pretty much intact until earlier this year, when I decided to give the ending of it a bit of a different route, let's say, just to make it a bit easier. Because how it originally was, you had to, well, we'll see at the end. Oh, get out of the way! Right then, can I do a jump across, or am I going to slam into that barrier? Into the barrier. Oh, yeah. Almost made you cross. Just touching on the road. That's over to the next hill. Would be nice if I did not fall. Rain physics are pretty much snow physics. So I think this is a... oh, thunder. This is a good representation of what it was like in the video. except for the fact that the ground's not completely covered in white stuff. I'll probably do extreme to just wander around Santos with the snowing effect. That might be something nice. No, completely messed up. Completely messed that up. And now because we are here, we're not going to be able to do a lot. Because we need speed. So, just do that. Bit of a penalty for failing it first time. Always nice to have. In a more obstacle course type of race. Not that you really should, if it's too difficult a thing to pass. Well, I'm pretty sure many people can hit that and succeed with it. Okay, so this ending originally would have gone down there. I think it was. Then you would have had to actually, was it down there or no, it was down this hill. Okay, let me just grab the next check. So yeah, we're still going to this point here, but as you can see the finish line is there. So before, I would have had a checkpoint and just coast along to descend there. Over there, near to where that sign is. So you've had to get through that giant pool of water there and get back up onto the track, and that's a lot more difficult than it seems. So then I just decided to give people the choice, and dropping down here on the right side is the better one to make, because you have a nice easy slope up and you can cross the line easy enough. Yeah, I know it's kind of a bit weird to like my own jobs, but liking them gets you RP, so, and it doesn't really matter if you like your own jobs anyway, because it's not going to count towards the overall total, or at least I think it doesn't. Anyway, next track, and this is someone else's, and it's quite a nice one. Won't keep it 2 laps. Wait, well, customs are time of day noon. How about we go for an coming up there for evening? Morning. And we can use a custom ISI Sport again. My custom ISI Sport, which is only a custom because it's coloured different to normal. At least I think I've customised the colour of it. I could be wrong about that. So yeah, this track aptly named Mario Kart. Just tries to recreate a Mario Kart track. Is a transform track, so we can go up into the sky and fly over it as well. It definitely tries to replicate Mario Kart 8 and the glider sections at points. And it does have quite a few interesting transforms. Out of the bike. Tron bike. And then almost immediately to a different bike. And the repressor. And then just random. Because of course. And then oops. That wasn't meant to happen. But yeah, we've got a helicopter bit here. And then almost immediately after turning, we transform back to our chosen car. And then almost immediately onto a microlight. And then we're going for a kind of second lap, flying over the track. Ha ha ha, ha ha ha. Yes, Blink? Stop laughing. Up we get to a gliding section, which we'll have to immediately turn to the right to get to. Oops. That could have ended bad. Uppresser again. And I'm an idiot, because well, that's already pretty well established. Up and rocket and oh crud. Oh no, I'm here. And I've done that too. I think this time I'll swap to the bike almost immediately. Still the same route that we take, but we're in a bike instead of a car. Bikes technically get faster, so anyone who does that gets an advantage. Not that it makes much of a difference, I guess. Wait. When did I miss a checkpoint? That's new. And weird. And obviously something I haven't done before. So completely unexpected. We're back in the mini alike, the issue, even if it's only for a small while. Okay. That was completely my fault. We had trippy. Ah, there we go. We haven't done that wrong this time. Turn and transform. And into the micro we get. Oh, trying to tap corner a bit too early. Okay, round again. Ha ha ha, ha ha ha. Can you please stop laughing? Up, up, yep. Don't forget, go up. And this is going to be messy again. Careful, careful. And now hit. And okay, that was definitely a hit. Definitely a hit. Wings on, boost, lift up now, and up to, it's an alien spacecraft. The Lion now just, okay. And transform into the DC just in time to hit the Lion, hit the finish. Nice ending screen though. Okay, so like that, even if I already have done, it only counts once, but you know, get the RP. And 3 more races to go. 1 more by another creator and 2 more by me. And this one is a parkour by someone else. In terms of parkour, it is kind of easy. It's not like it's a ridiculous thing or anything. And we'll go with Batty. I just hope I don't mess up on the first time, as I often do. Well, it's not so much of a turn, but a tiny split fork. But I always end up going too fast on it and missing. Here, so slow, 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 slow. Okay, well done. Careful. Slowly. Yeah, definitely slow here. Line them up. Perfect, perfect. Power, power, power. And onto the track we get. Now then. Wheelie. So our front wheel is there instead of inside the gap between the two, and then transform into a panto. A turbo car. Okay, take it slow and you will succeed. And then just be careful you don't knock yourself off the track with the speed boosts. Slow but not come to a stop. And then around, don't hit that, otherwise you will come to a stop. And just a little hop. Be careful! It's okay, you can still do it in from here. We just don't get the full effect of what it's trying to get us to do. And on to the next part, which I completely don't line myself up for. Slowly around corners. And then around here. Now you can add some multiple people, especially if you don't put ghost mode on. It will be very tough to do, especially if you're the kind of people who mustn't serve each other. But even without that mess of people, it is kind of a slow parkour as you try to not fall and line yourself up. Ah, this bit. Perfect. Just wait and then hop across. And now we're walking it, so just relax, don't look down, don't panic. Keep your, well, it's not really rude, but keep your eyes forward. Nice view up here though. Keep that on stick. Halfway. Don't lock yourself into a run until you get a kick. And now parachute down, and this is the last leg of the map. Go, let's talk about Scarlet. That could have been very bad. Okay, so we're just running in a bit of water. Well, I wouldn't mind to be doing at all. And there we are at the finish. Forza Napoli. Was that the map maker? I know some people put the names on the blimps. Anyway, these next two are from me. And if I remember right, I've put another of my latest ones up on this list. Or maybe it was an old one first. Let's see. Ah, yeah. Mount Oppressor. So it's a classic of mine. and one I graced with the Vader, the bike of Vader, Darth Vader's bike. He often uses it, and he called it after himself, so may as well use it and nick it off him. That'll probably be the last thing we do, but okay. Anyway, yeah, this map I graced with music on a video with some of my, with some of the music of one of my favourite games, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness on the GameCube. And you can see that video on my YouTube channel. The music that I use does go pretty well with it. I've missed the checkpoint. We're gonna have to do that skydive again. And we're gonna fail at the skydive. I think. No? Because sometimes it can get a bit weird, where it won't get you in position straight away, so you can end up falling for a few seconds longer than necessary. And just float our way down. Checkpoint, checkpoint. Okay, let's see if we can. I was gonna jump off and do what I did in a video. Oh, I'll just crash into some random person instead. Now you might be wondering why it's called Mount Oppressor if there's no one oppressor yet. Well, there will be, and while we're going up the mountain in it. Twice, in fact. And here we are, the Oppressor. Mark 1 is better than Mark 2 because Mark 1 does not have a reputation as being a mechanical broomstick. And if you've been on GTA Online lately, in public lobbies, you will have come to hate the Mark II. Unlike with the Mark I, it flies endlessly, so you don't need to boost, you don't need pretty much anything, you just take it and fly it. Almost like a plane, except a plane that has a massive array of weaponry, is very fast, but also very controllable. And you'll go 10,000 fine if you blow it up, after they've already done so. GTA economics, everyone. The bad guys win. Wait, that ain't really economics though. Okay, I'll just no. We can do this, we can land it. And then second skydiving part. Yeah, so you will notice that some of my tracks do feature Mount Chiliad quite a bit. And that's because I'm a fan of the mountain. Oh, we're kind of losing a bit the speed, so power suit open. For the drops down the mountain on that video, I used a battle theme from Gale of Darkness, which went pretty well, and then on this bit here, with when we swap into the boat, I used the theme of Phoenix City, which is kind of nice and calming, which is fitting because we're in a boat. And Phoenix City is the city of water in the game. And then, because there's two parts to it, a slow part and a fast part, as soon as we hit this checkpoint here, I let the fast part play. Well, edit it so the fast part would start when I hit there. I did have to edit it so that the fast part would play again, because I wanted it to play all the way up until we hit the mountain again, and it just wasn't long enough. So I edited it to be twice as long. Transform coming up in a bit to get back to the oppressor, and then we'll get to the use your indicators. Or did I just not see them? Anyway. Their fault, not mine. But yeah, I think I actually did pretty well matching the songs to the actions with that video. And if you really want to get technical, you can say I did amazingly at it on a certain point with the other track I fixed in that video, where I used Pokemon Center theme when near the strip club. Yeah, because, you know, getting a dance heals you. Or at least getting an act from Ladies of Night. But yeah, it's just a technical challenge of getting up this mountain as fast as possible. On the PC version, I had actually got a map, a track where you do so in a regular car, but obviously racing cars are absolute trash up here. Swing gun by, swing gun up, hit the transform, and land on our feet. Clearly, we're on the sub. Or an athlete. No, why not? There's a finish. Directly under the start. Our last race is a newer one. If I remember right, it is called Technical Tubes. The level of difficulty of it depends on which vehicle you choose and which class of vehicle. So you have supercars, and then you have motorcycles. But we're going to go for the supercars because, as you all see, Motorbikes have a hard setting. Ooh, I haven't had a chance to use that in a race yet. Let's go. Even though customs shouldn't really be turned on for it. And I have no idea if this thing can even do this. Nah, we'll see. First obstacle. Giant tube, and we have to fit through the time gap. Success. So yeah, you can see very clearly why motorcycles are a hard setting for it. Drop down. Catch people unawares if they just want to barrel along. And then the next tube bit is after this. Straight. Another giant tube, and we have to get at the side of it. And it would help if I didn't spin out and try. Come on. Up you get. Up you get. Up you get. Just enough to hit the checkpoint. Right. Slowly turn ourselves around and then hit the power. And then up, up, and up. And completely missed the checkpoint because for some reason we turned. No idea. Ah, we've done it again. Keep yourself straight. This car does not like being straight. Probably because it clips you in on a splitter on its front. And now we've got this tube over there where you can see the light of the checkpoint. Slow it down, slow it down. Turn it round, turn it round. Clearly not hard enough. And the brakes. And just because it's called technical tubes doesn't mean it's all tubes. So we have this water section here. Yeah, calling it technical tubes are only style of it. Well, the first half of it, tubes, kind of. There's tracks on other games where they're just named after the set piece, so I wanted to do that here. Doesn't really matter, it's a name. It's not like we see Sapphire's Fury in the track called Sapphire Fury, is it? Anyway, you jump across here, and you jump up, you try and jump over there, but we miss. But that's a very controlled drop, and a very, I can't remember the word, clean way to do that. Let's just say. And I am to the final little bit where there's nothing else to worry about except going to the checkpoints and not crashing into anything. I keep on messing that all up. And I'm the one who designs the track. simply brilliant. So yeah, 6 tracks, 4 by me, 2 by yours. That was the Streamlist. And I am just going to stay on a bit longer and do 1 or 2 other races of my own creation. Just to show you a bit extra. Yeah, it did take me quite a long time to decide to put the clothes I have on my GTA Online account for PC on the one on 360. But that's because I wanted to differentiate the two when it came to videos. But it doesn't really matter. It's in the title, so, and you can't really see the character anyway. Anyway, my jobs, races. Run around. I don't think I've really shown that one off. Or maybe I have. I think I featured it in a video one time. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, this is just a small, simple track. And one where we also use a mini in a seat. Because why wouldn't we? There it is, with Issy with a convertible roof. And I'll keep that roof down in the race. Nice enough day for it. Just a chill, nice relaxing drive. And why not go first person? Working mirrors is one thing I hope the next gen version actually manages to put in, because that will be a big help to anyone who does play first person, who wants a more sim-like experience in GTA. Don't know why you would, but it'll help for those people. Okay, first proper corner coming up. I only clipped you a tiny bit. How did that massive spin happen? I have no idea. Yeah, it's very oversteering. That's probably how it happened. So driving at full speed on a hill with corners probably is not the best idea. But that's all that this track really is. Driving along this hillside road where we then get to Vinewood Hills and drive a bit along there. Have not to oversteer again. We don't want to smash anyone up. Out here. And missed checkpoint. That way we just drive down this road a bit and then we'll be on vinyl tires. The only reason I create some of these tracks on GTA is so I can feature one of my favourite houses in the game. You can actually buy it, and I have on both versions. So sometimes I just like to include it in the base. Because why not? You gotta like showing off where you live. There it is. I'll do my tour in a bit. Brake, don't. Okay, spin event. I don't mind. We didn't hit 4 minutes. Oh well. I got quite a bit of money through the double rewards transfer places anyway. Not millions, but enough. Back out to the first person. Come on. Okay. Yeah, let's get out of here. Right then, house tour. Outside first, because the inside isn't really where I like the house. So we have this nice drive here, situated in quite a nice area of the hills. We can easily get out there, or down there, the way I just came. And yeah, it's a bungalow, or so it seems. Yep, we have a downstairs part. Although we don't have a downstairs on the place. Yeah, it's pretty much a bungalow. But it's a nice bungalow because it's got a pool that outlooks the city. And if you look down here, you can very easily annoy anyone who is in that house. It's brilliant. And of course over here we have our small garden and the patio area. Kind of unfortunate we can't do more to customise these houses because there would be furniture there for me. But I do understand that many people would have owned this house, and so that's going to be a mess if more than one person who owns the house is on the same server. But yeah, the biggest reason is this giant pool. probably one of the largest pools in the game, discounting the ones down over there. In fact, yeah, let's go to them and see how big they are and compare. We don't need to see the inside of that. Actually though, you can go into the garage and take a look at the cars in here. There's the regular Issy, the Issy Classic, the Issy Sport is somewhere else, my two open wheel racers, the Oppressor, and the Zentorno. And the Zentorno was one of my favourites. It probably still is, next to the Issys. And I think you can see I've got a bit of a colour scheme going on with a few of them. I just haven't gone around to customising the others to be the same. But anyway, let's cross into the house from here. I think we can. Yep. This is standard fare for anyone who owns any medium-sized. I think it's medium-sized houses that get this. But you have no customizability in here whatsoever. So you're owning a house purely for the garage that it holds. Anyway, let's go see those pools. I'm not going to take the shortcut as much as I'd want to. Slow, 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 turn right. And it's here, I think. Yep, just over there. So we park up. Remember where we did. Come across here. There should be stairs on, yep, here. That's a giant pool right there. And I think it's the largest on the map. Just do a few strokes around here. Okay, let's go into the last of our races. On to stunt racers again. Aha, yeah, why not? Loop Crisis Loop, I featured on a video where I used Sonic music. The music I used for this particular race was music for a game that hadn't released yet. That was Sonic Forces. We'd had the vocal theme and one of the levels themes released, so I used both of those on a pairing per lap. And it's not like it's a long track, so only about a minute was featured on both. But this is a bit of a weird one. just because of how I designed it and how I do not want to change it despite how it really doesn't work at all. Sometimes anyway. So we've got that almost vertical loop, and then we just touch the water on the dam here and go for up here onto an almost horizontal loop that you can see and get launched onto the finish line, but that launching section doesn't really work, so it's just a complete mess of a finish. And the rain does not help at all, especially with a supercar. But yeah, you can see launched down, no ramp to really help us. But even then, we go up here, and that is just a complete mess. And there's nothing protecting you from falling off this side, maybe you would. But yeah, it's a complete mess. I haven't returned to fix it at all. And I did feature it on a video, and I'm pretty sure it's being rated poorly. I can't exactly remember. It's been a while since I actually looked at the ratings on the tracks. Although maybe people were kinder than I gave them credit for. Yep, that's usually what happens. Once or twice, depending on how you manage to get balance in the car. Because it's just up to complete randomness. Again through the water, round here to the almost horizontal loop. Crash like an idiot. And just launched randomly and wildly once again. And there we finish. And I don't know whether you noticed, but that race is designed near to where the strip club is, and that's also another area that I tried to feature in a few tracks just because why not? It's a good area for tracks even if I don't feature it. The actual lay of landing on. Well, I think I'm going to wrap this up there. That's 8 tracks, 6 by me, 2 by other people. And the first of the Streamlists, which I will probably make quite a few of. I don't know exactly when, but yeah, maybe once every 2 weeks. I don't know how realistically I can pull it off, but we'll see. We will see. We also started by getting drunk, so let's end by getting drunk. That's all, everyone. I will see you probably in about 2 or 3 days for the next one, where I'll be featuring a game on the Switch.
Gotta make this one your last one. Sorry.
So yeah, I will try and get into a proper schedule soon. I'm thinking Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays, just for an even spread across a week, but we'll see. Anyway, yeah, bye for now.